What's up everybody and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Derek and we're just gonna go straight into this video. And so what I'm gonna be doing in this video is going to be comparing the new DJI Mic Mini to the DJI Mic 2. And I'm going to be comparing those on 4 different cameras, such as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, the Insta360 X4, and obviously the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And to continue to test out the capabilities of these two mics, I'm then going to record all of these audio comparisons inside of my vehicle, at the Silverdale Waterfront, the Kitsap Mall, and then inside of a Starbucks. So hopefully at the end of this video, you'll have a greater understanding of what exactly the mic is capable of with which device. So let's go and get started. The first test is going to be the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with the DJI Mic 2 driving in a car or a truck. And so this is the audio comparison here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let it be a little bit quiet. And I am going about 50 miles per hour right now. I'm gonna go ahead and crack my windows open just a smidge so that way you can see if it picks up any road noise. All right, test 1, 1, 2, test 1, 1, 2. Closing the windows, test 1, 1, 2, test 1, 1, 2. Again, this is the DJI Mic 2 with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Okay, all right, so this is now going to be the second audio comparison with the DJI Mic Mini. This is still paired to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So again, the DJI Mic Mini going about 50 miles per hour, and again, still synced to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm gonna go ahead and get quiet really quick so you can hear the road noise, if any. And then I'm going to crack the windows open just a smidge so I can see if the wind noise is going to affect the audio quality. All right, test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Windows are open on the DJI Mic Mini. All right, so that is the DJI Mic Mini in the car, paired to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So now we have changed up the camera, and so now these audio mic comparisons are going to be with the DJI Mic 2 as well as the Insta360 X4. So right now, again, based off of its form factor and its gloss that you can see on the sun, this is the DJI Mic 2 audio with the Insta360 X4. What do you think? Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open the windows a little bit just so we can see if any of the wind and road noise is going to obstruct the audio capture. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. This is the Mic 2 on the Insta360 X4. Alright, what do you all think? Do you think that the DJI Mic 2 and the Insta360 is better than the DJI Mic 2 with the Osmo Pocket 3? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so we have the DJI Mic Mini here paired with the Insta360 X4. As always, I'm going to go ahead and go silent really quick and then crack open the windows to see how the audio sounds. Test 1, 1, 2, test 1, 1, 2. Which one do you like better? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and crack the windows open a little bit. Test 1, 1, 2, test 1, 1, 2. and that was going at 50 miles per hour And Mom, if you're watching this, I'm safe. Don't worry. I got tripods and suction cups all over the camera, so that way I don't even have to hold my cameras anymore. Alright, again, this is going to be the DJI Mic Mini with the Insta360 X4. Alright, so now we have our third camera that we're going to be syncing our mics up to today, and that's going to be the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And so this is the iPhone 15 Pro Max paired with the DJI Mic 2. And so, as always, here we go with me talking a little bit. I'll go silence for a second, and I'll crack the windows open so that way you can hear all the road noise in its entirety. Remember that the DJI mics will have to pair to the iPhones and or mobile phones via Bluetooth unless you buy the receiver with it, which is on the website. So here we go. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. FYI, this is going to be on the same road, the same speed. The only difference is that we're doing is changing the mic out with the certain camera. That's to try and make this as objective as possible. Here are the windows. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. Again, this is paired with the DJI Mic 2 and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Okay, so now we have our DJI Mic Mini paired to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And this is, again, going to be via Bluetooth. So here I am talking, test 1, 1, 2, test 1, 1, 2. And I'm going to go silent really quick. Test 1, 1, 2. And now I'm going to go ahead and crack the windows open so that way you can hear any of the road noise and wind noise obstructions or potential obstructions. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. This is a DJI Mic Mini paired to the iPhone 15 Pro Max via Bluetooth. Alright, so now we have another camera, a mobile phone camera actually, that's paired to the DJI Mic 2. And this is going to be paired up with a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. So here we go. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. Again, this is the DJI Mic 2 paired to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 via Bluetooth, no receiver. Road that I'm on is still the same, and the speed is still the same. Here are the windows. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. Which one do you like better? Alright, so with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, we then now have the DJI Mic Mini attached to it. So this is the audio comparison again. So again, DJI Mic Mini with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 connected via Bluetooth. What do you think? Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. And here is the window test. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. What do you think? So here I am in Silverdale, Washington, and to continue to compare the DJI Mic 2 versus the DJI Mic Mini, I decided to do somewhat like an outdoorsy area, a water area. So let's just be real. Most of the time, most of us have the ability to go to some type of water area. Should that be the ocean, a sea, a river, a pond, a lake, a fountain. And so this is going to be the waterfront here in Silverdale, Washington. Again, trying to check and see how the DJI Mic 2 sounds with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So here we go. I would have to say that this area is just overly quiet and calm. There's a few kids playing in the park over there, but overall, what do you think? This is the DJI Mic 2 paired with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. All right, so I'm underneath the dock here at the Silverdale Waterfront, and I moved here because I was hoping there'd be more noise because there's more people down that way versus just a park down that way. And so now we have the DJI Mic Mini paired with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Again, test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4? Anyways, what do you think about this? There's some sirens in the background, some birds, a few more people down this way. And so what do you think? Test 1, test 2, test 3, test 3.5. And again, this is going to be the DJI Mic Mini with the Osmo Pocket 3. All right, so now we have the DJI Mic 2 paired with the Insta360 X4. Same location, just a little bit further. I tried to get to where it was most noisiest. Again, Silverdale seems to be like a quiet place. So here we are, the DJI Mic 2 with the Insta360 X4. What do you think? Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. I wonder if you could see that right there. Right there. It looks like it's a rogue boat. Okay, no, never mind. There's somebody on the boat. It just looked like it was like a ghost ship for a second. All right, test 1, 1, 2, DJI Mic 2 with the Insta360 X4. All right, so continuing on with the test here, we now have the DJI Mic Mini with the Insta360 X4 connected via Bluetooth. What do you think? There's a whole bunch more birds kind of yapping around now. I think it's because they think I'm going to feed them. You know how seagulls are. All right, test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. Okay, so now we have the DJI Mic 2 paired with the iPhone 15 Pro Max via Bluetooth. And so you can see here, test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. I don't know how the Bluetooth is actually going to play through with these audio recordings, mainly because typically Bluetooth, while it is mostly reliable, I'm not sure how it translates to all that information being transferred via audio. So I'm interested to see how the Bluetooth audio transferred over to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, as well as the iPhone 15 Pro Max myself. Again, this is going to be the DJI Mic 2 with the iPhone 15 Pro Max without a receiver via Bluetooth. All right, so now we have the iPhone 15 Pro Max paired via Bluetooth with the DJI Mic Mini. And again, this is just going to be an audio comparison. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Test, test, test. And if you've never been to Silverdale, Washington, this is my first time. This place is beautiful. I mean, can you beat that? Somewhere, if you look closely, you'll be able to see Mount Rainier. And honestly, Silverdale kind of gives off like this weird vibe because of the fact that it's like a city, but also a small, quaint town. I don't know what it is. I kind of like this area. So anyways, back to the mic audio comparison. DJI Mic Mini paired with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and that's via Bluetooth, no receiver. Test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2. All right, so the sun is starting to set, and that means the weather is starting to get a little bit more chillier here in Washington. And so here we have another comparison with the DJI Mic 2 with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Again, we're not using the receiver, and this is going to be used via Bluetooth. So test 1, test 2. Test 3, test 3.5, and 4. What do you think of the DJI Mic 2 with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 connected via Bluetooth? So the DJI Mic Mini is now paired to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 via Bluetooth, and this is the test audio comparison. So test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4.5, and 5. Alright, so here I am at Starbucks, and I'm hoping I don't get copywritten because there is music playing in the background, but this is the DJI Mic 2 paired over to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Really quick test because of the copyright potential, so test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Again, this is the DJI Mic 2 paired to the Osmo Pocket 3. Right, so now we have the DJI Mini paired with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Again, possible copyright potential, so a very quick test. Test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and the DJI Mini mic. Alright, so now we have the DJI Mic 2 with the Insta360 X4, and again, this is not with any receiver, just straight Bluetooth. What do you think? Very quick test. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now we have the DJI Mic Mini paired with the Insta360 X4, and let me know what you think. Test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. Oh, also, by the way, these tests are being taken inside of a Starbucks, so that way you can kind of get a greater understanding of the ambience. Alright, so here we have the DJI Mic 2 paired with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and again, via Bluetooth. How is the audio quality? Do you like it? I'm not quite sure how it's picking up the background for Starbucks, but I'm interested in knowing which one you think is the best. Alright, so I don't have a gimbal on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I also don't have a cell phone mount for a tripod, so if you see that the camera quality is kind of shaky, it's because I'm holding it by my hand. I know, new mistake. Anyways, this is the DJI Mic Mini paired via Bluetooth with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. Alright, so now we have the DJI Mic 2 paired with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, again via Bluetooth, no receiver. Starbucks ambience, this again is the DJI Mic 2 with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Alright, so we have the DJI Mic Mini here in Starbucks connected to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, and again, no receiver and on Bluetooth. Test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4. Alright, so we are here at the last location, which is going to be the Kitsap Mall. And oddly enough, it's in Silverdale, but it's called the Kitsap Mall. Anyways, we have the DJI Mic 2 paired with the Osmo Pocket 3. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. And also, just for situational awareness, this is right next to a food court with a little kind of kids section inside, so I did this on purpose so that way you could hopefully hear how the mic captures the audio, both for myself and also for just ambience. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Again, this is the DJI Mic 2 paired with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Alright, so I'm going to have to slouch a little bit here, mainly because of the fact that I don't have a tripod that is tall enough to be putting the camera at eye level to me, so here we have the DJI Mic Mini paired with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Obviously, I'm distracted because there's a whole bunch of people watching me right now. I'm not the best vlogger yet, so anyways, DJI Mic Mini with the DJI Osmo Pockets 3. What do you think? Alright, having to slouch down a little bit more now, I probably look really weird in the mall, but for YouTube. Anyways, we have the DJI Mic 2 paired to the Insta360 X4. Again, test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. What do you think? Again, the DJI Mic 2 and the Insta360 X4. Alright, more slouching. So, honestly, I picked this location because there's a Christmas tree right here next to me, just to, kind of give it that holiday feel. It just so happens to be that this is the busiest part of the food court in this mall, so again, YouTube views, oh my goodness. Anyways, we have the DJI Mic Mini paired to the Insta360 X4. So what do you think of this? Audio test 1, test 2, test 2.5.3, and test. Again, DJI Mic Mini with the Insta360 X4. Alright, so I'm going to have to say that pairing the Bluetooth devices, the Bluetooth mics, to the mobile phones is pretty simple, but I had to say that the iPhone 15 Pro Max just gives me a lot of issues. So to you iPhone users out there, do you have any recommendations on how to pair things faster? Because it's just like having to pair something over and over again as if it's a new device. Anyways, back to the audio test. Here we have the DJI Mic 2 paired to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. All right, so now we have the iPhone 15 Pro Max paired to the DJI Mic Mini, and again, via Bluetooth, just in case you forgot from the last few times. And what do you think of the audio? Test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. And again, I am in Kitsap Mall, right next to a food court and a kind of children's play place. So what do you think of the audio with all this noise around? I'd have to say that this is probably the loudest test yet. All right, so we're down to our last camera and audio comparison. This is the DJI Mic. Sorry about that. This is the DJI Mic 2 with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. And so, again, what do you think? Still inside the Kitsap Mall, still connected via Bluetooth. DJI Mic 2 with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Okay, so we have the DJI Mic Mini paired to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. And so I honestly don't know how any of this is going to turn out. Obviously, at the time of recording, I don't know what it sounds like. I'll have to figure out in post. Oh my gosh, what a long day of recording. I mean, wow. You know, honestly, I'm very lucky that Silverdale is kind of like a weird town city type thing because of the fact that if I had to do all this in Seattle, I probably would not have been able to complete all I did within the few hours that I did it. And so here we go with KnowBeforeUGo tips. And so tip number 1 is going to be the fact that you are going to have lesser audio quality on non-DJI products. You can actually pair the DJI Mic Mini as well as the DJI Mic 2 to DJI products like the Osmo Pocket 3, maybe the Osmo Pocket 2. Also, you're able to pair it to the DJI action cameras. I don't think that these mics will sync up to the DJI drones yet, but like I said in a previous video, the DJI company itself is always releasing new software updates to all of their devices to make it all more ecosystem friendly or more interoperability. Tip number 2 is going to build on tip number 1. And so that's going to be the fact that if you're using your Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 or your Samsung Galaxy or your iPhone or whatever phone that you're using, you will have lesser audio quality, especially if you're not going to be using the DJI receiver and transmitter. So if you want the best audio quality and you're recording off of your phone, then I highly recommend that you go to Amazon or DJI's website and then you purchase the receiver as well as the transmitter, so that way that receiver is going to feed all of that audio capture directly into your video and you don't get kind of that crappy audio that you saw in this video with the mobile phones. And the reason why the audio was pretty bad on the mobile phones, on the iPhone and also on the Samsung Galaxy and even actually the Insta360 X4 is because all of that audio connectivity was transferred via Bluetooth. And so while Bluetooth connectivity is good for media consumption with your AirPods, it's not exactly the best at data transfer for audio mic over to your phone. So again, if you really want the best audio and you're using a mobile device like your cell phone, then you definitely want to make sure you get the receiver, you hook it into your cell phone, and then you have the transmitter like I'm using right here. And that is going to get you the best audio if you don't already have a DJI camera. And tip number 3 is going to build on tip number 2, which is going to be Bluetooth connectivity and pairing. And so if you're going to be pairing your DJI Mic Mini or your DJI Mic 2 to your Samsung Galaxy, your iPhone, or whatever cell phone that you have, the pairing process can be a little bit tedious, if not extremely cumbersome. Every time I try to connect either the DJI Mic 2 or the DJI Mic Mini to either my Samsung or the iPhone, it actually made me have to pair the device every single time as if it was a new Bluetooth device, which was just time consuming and it kind of was just overly frustrating. But if you want to skip that frustration, then you could either get the receiver or purchase a DJI camera. It really just depends on your budget and also your need. Tip number 4 is going to be the fact that if you have the receiver attached to your smartphone, then you are going to be able to pair your DJI Mic Mini to the receiver, and then that then pairs to the DJI Mimo app. And if you connect your Mic Mini to the Mimo app through the receiver, then you're able to actually get additional settings and features, and you're also able to update the firmware on your DJI Mic Mini. The DJI Mimo app is actually 100% free, and then again, it's just one of those kind of ecosystem things. I didn't actually get to do that because I didn't get the receiver. And the last know before you go tip, which is going to be tip number 5, is going to be the fact that the wind muff or the dead cat, the little wind cushion that you put on top of your mic, this is going to be pivotal to make sure that it blocks out some of the puzz when you're pronouncing things or speaking to the actual DJI Mic Mini, because of the fact that that wind mic doesn't just reduce wind noise, it actually reduces the breath in when you're speaking to the mic. So if you want better quality and you don't want that clipping sound, then you definitely want to keep that wind muff on, even though it can be a little bit controversial and it can be a little bit more distracting. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you were able to gain some type of knowledge out of the comparison between the two audio qualities for the DJI Mic 2 and the DJI Mic Mini and different settings on different cameras and devices. If you like this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, because that really helps my content get to the deep dark corners of the YouTube internet. I'll see you in the next one.